Hi, good afternoon. This is Loralee with Town Visit Tuesdays with LoraleeLiving, and I am actually here visiting my friend Gayle, and she owns a piano school. It's called Gayle's Piano School. Yes?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. I got it right. So this is Gayle Stein.
Hello.
Thank you for joining me today.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. So let's talk about how you got started, and you've been in business for 30 years. Is that right?
Well, probably longer than that.
Longer?
Yeah, probably since 1985-ish.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So what was your...
I started out just really small. Just a few neighbors would come for lessons.
Mm-hmm.
And then it started growing a little bit. I wanted to do something. I'm a teacher. I got my degree from UT
Okay.
in Texas. And I didn't love teaching in the schools. I really liked the one-on-one kind of situation. So I had a music background, and I just started taking in a few students.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah. And then I got connected with another teacher, and I taught with her for many years. And then she retired, and she left me a lot of her students.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah. At one point, I think I had like 42, 43 students a week.
Oh my gosh, that's a lot.
It was a lot, but it was fun. Yeah.
I think when I met you, you had quite a few. We've known each other, what, 15 years?
Yeah.
Maybe
okay. Longer. I don't know.
Yeah, I remember you had a lot of students then.
Yeah.
So what was, so that your you've always loved music since you were a little girl?
Mm-hmm. I did. I like all kinds of music. I was taught classical.
Okay.
But, I love pop music, and I teach, anything.
Okay, nice.
So, yeah. And I have had several students along the way, several adult students is what I meant to say.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So don't feel like a stranger if you want to come.
Well, it is something I've always wanted to learn. Actually, growing up, my mom... I had a piano in my bedroom because my mother was a pianist. Oh. And my sister learned piano, but I never did.
Oh.
So I used to play on it, like pretend I was playing.
Aww.
But I never learned how to. And I took guitar lessons and...
Okay. That's good.
Never finished that either. Yeah. So I love music, and that's something I want to do at some point. I keep saying that, and it will happen. So I will be coming over to you at some point.
Well, even if I retire, I'll take you, Laura.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it. Definitely a passion, right? Music.
Mm-hmm. Yes, definitely. My father was very much, he loved classical music, and so he encouraged me a lot.
Oh.
To play and to stick with it,
Very nice. So did he played?
No.
Oh.
No, he never really had the opportunity.
Okay.
He came over from Russia when he was very young, and
okay.
He was only, it was just his mother, and so he had a twin brother and two twin sisters, and there was no room for a piano or...
I see, yes.
But he loved music, and he was so excited when I was interested in piano.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I have fond memories of that.
I bet. So what's the buzz in your community about you and your students?
Well, I think they like me. Is that what you mean?
I know they must love you.
Yeah, my whole attitude is to cater to the student, and what they want and what they want to get out of it.
Okay.
So if a student is really, and the parents all want a future in music,
mm-hmm.
then we do some very structured and gear it towards them really, getting I can't think of the
their
word.
Growth into the
to their skill and their. I work on skill with all of them, but it's more serious.
Okay.
With students who
More defined.
are very interested. Yeah. And if they just want to play for fun, that's fine too. And we do all kinds of different kinds of songs, pieces.
Okay.
So.
And I know your son is a musician, yes?
Yes.
So did he get that from you? Is it going down from generation to generation?
Well, I do have a lot of musical people in my family, actually on my mother's side.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I have an uncle who had a really pretty voice. And but nobody else in my family really took piano. My sister is a singer, and she's got a beautiful voice, and her daughter also has a very beautiful voice, and she is working towards her career.
Oh, nice.
In singing.
How old is she?
She's 30.
Okay. That's exciting.
Yeah. Yeah,
Very
so
cool.
she lives in California, and she's trying to make it big.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's the place to be, right?
Yeah. I think sometimes my son wishes he were there, but...
What is he doing with his music career?
Well, right now he sings with a group called Voice Play.
Okay.
An a cappella group.
Okay.
And they travel around the country.
I remember whatever it was, 15 years ago? I still can't, I don't know how many years it's been. Gayle and I met actually through singing lessons. I took singing lessons. I still don't know how to sing, but she does. But her son at the time was a cappella, but I forgot what it's called. What the
Oh, he does the beatboxing.
Is it the beatboxing?
Yeah.
Okay, where he's making the musical sounds with his mouth.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are they still doing that?
They're still doing that.
Oh,
yes.
okay.
Yeah.
That was so amazing. It was so entertaining.
Yeah. And they're funny too. They have they do skits for their shows, and they're pretty comical.
Are they?
Yeah. And their fans seem to love that too.
I bet.
They've got a new video out about it's their Halloween video.
Okay.
And Trapped in 3 minutes is what it's called.
Okay.
It's on YouTube.
We'll have to look it up. So did you help teach him?
He started out playing violin.
Oh, okay.
And I took him to a very good violin teacher here. And he took violin for like 14, 15 years.
Oh, wow.
But when he was in middle school, he got interested in chorus.
Okay.
Because that's where all the girls were. No. And
priorities.
Yeah, in middle school. So anyway, he when they got to high school, they started this group. He started this group in high school, actually.
It is the same group?
It's three of the people are the same.
Okay.
And the other two have changed somewhat through the years, but they have two that have been with them. All five of them have been together now for, I think, 3 years.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So one of the guys that used to be with them is doing another kind of music enterprise called Patty Cake Productions, and they're doing music videos.
Oh, okay.
And so Lane, my son, directs it, and Tony does all the costumes, and he's amazing. He's just really, they're both very creative.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
So his whole career is really
music.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And did you
encourage that?
Yes.
Well, I did encourage it.
And have anything to do with his training and singing and?
I took him to violin lessons.
That was it? Well, that's enough, it sounds like.
He also took piano for a while, but none of my
you?
kids thought that I knew anything about piano.
Of course. It's always the way it is.
So I took him to a friend, and he was more interested in the violin and singing.
Okay.
And I think the piano didn't last very long.
I see. Okay.
So, yeah.
Very nice. Yeah. It's exciting.
Yeah, it's very exciting. It's been very exciting to watch him. They used to practice, Voice Play used to practice in my kitchen all the time, so I got to know the guys really well, and they're a fun group.
That's nice. And you always are surrounded by music, your passion.
Mm-hmm. And I miss it because I'm not there anymore, you know.
Yeah, I bet.
Don't have, my son's married, and, has lots of kids.
Kids and his career and
Yeah. So busy.
Very nice.
But,
so with your students, do you have? You were saying you do any music. Do you have students now? Like, are your students now a whole variety of different type of music that they're interested in and doing?
yeah, I would say so. I have one student who loves to do duets.
Okay.
And she likes Disney music.
Oh, okay.
So we've done Color My World, and we also did It's a Wonderful World. That's not Disney, but...
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. One of my favorite songs.
Yeah, and there's some other Disney songs that she's done, and she just really does well with duets.
Nice.
So I've encouraged that. And then I have another student who likes Broadway.
Okay.
Musical, like medleys, and he makes his own medleys from the music, from the different songs.
That's creative.
Creates it on an app, and very creative, very skillful to do that. I don't think I could do it.
Is he doing that on YouTube?
Well, no, he does it on an app, a music
But does he
app.
share it to YouTube, or is it just for him right now?
It's just for him.
Okay.
And then he prints the music out, and then we learn it.
Oh,
Yeah.
that is incredible.
Yeah. So he did a whole thing last year from The Greatest Showman.
Okay.
And let's see, the one before that. Wasn't Les Mis. That's one he was starting on. I'll think of it in a minute. It was really good. But he's got a very strong hand, and he does really well with octaves. And
Does he?
mm-hmm.
Nice.
You know what an octave is, right?
I know it's 8 something, 8 notes. I don't know
Very
exactly.
good.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Yay, I get an A today.
There you go. You did good.
Don't ask me anything else, though.
Oh, I think you would do great.
Thank you. So do any of your students now have that desire to make a career with their music?
I think that one of my students that I've been teaching for about 4 years, I think he could if he sticks with it, and if he really wants to. You know, things change. He's 10.
Okay.
But he's very good, and his parents are very supportive.
That's
his
awesome.
Mom. And I really think that he could if he sticks with it.
Okay,
So
that's exciting.
yeah.
So, and how long has he been coming with you?
About 4 years.
So since he was 6?
Yeah.
Wow.
6.5 maybe.
That's
Yeah.
quite something.
Yeah.
That's a great time to start.
He's very he's very talented.
Very cool.
And he practices.
Yes, that's important.
2 very important things.
Yes, that's the key right there, right?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Yeah. It's sometimes you get parents who love music and really want their child to play, and the child is just not that interested.
Right.
So, eventually we figured that out, and every kid has different interests, so.
That's so true. And sometimes it might be a little seed that gets planted, and then it develops later in life,
Mm-hmm.
perhaps.
That's very true. I had one student who, I think she started with me when she was like in 3rd grade. She was no more interested than the man in the moon. And she didn't practice, but her dad really wanted her to play. But one summer when she had taken off for the summer, she just decided to do some things, and
Really?
she practiced, and she came back to me, and I was like, wow.
Oh my gosh. That's
And
incredible.
she stuck with it. I mean, all the way till her senior year.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is so
She
cool.
was playing some amazing things too.
Was she?
Mm-hmm.
Pretty intricate?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some classical pieces by Debussy, and she liked Claire de Lune. She played that
That's
one.
a tough one, right?
Yeah, very. So,
That's incredible.
yeah, I was very proud of her.
I bet.
So,
She came full circle.
Yeah. Yeah, and her dad was amazed.
I bet he was elated.
Absolutely. So he wasn't even a pianist, he was a drummer.
Oh, he was?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Still is.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
So
Nice. So, so giving back to your community, you're giving back by these amazing lessons you're giving, number one, right?
Well, I think so.
I hope so. Yeah. I definitely think so. And you've got students in your neighborhood that are coming to you, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
So your neighbors know about you.
Mm-hmm.
And is there anything else that you do for the community?
Well, I was going to say, I belong to the Florida Federation of Music Clubs.
Okay.
Which puts on a music festival / competition every year. So every year I enter some students in that.
Okay.
And for years I belonged to the Orlando Music Club, and I was actually president of the Orlando Music Club for a few years ago.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So the Orlando Music Club, they're what's the word? You have to have for your website something. Anyway, their base feeling was that they wanted to help children learn music in the community, just to promote the growth of music in children.
Oh, that's wonderful.
So I was very
passionate
about that.
Tagline on their website? Is that what you were trying to think of? Tagline?
No. More having to do with what they promote.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's based on helping children through giving them opportunities for competitions and giving them teachers opportunities for learning more, like having seminars and things like that.
Oh, I see. That's wonderful.
Yeah.
So at what age will those children start, or would they bring them in? Or to encourage that? Was there any particular age?
No, I mean, I think what it was a group of teachers.
Mm-hmm.
And the teachers, like there were little recitals that were held at assisted living facilities.
Oh, okay.
And things like that. So
nice.
The teachers would bring their students to play.
Oh, okay.
Things like that for the community.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
That's really nice.
Yeah, I thought it was too.
Yeah.
It worked out really well. And I think, I'm not sure they're still doing it, but I know they did it for several years. So they also have auditions for very advanced students.
Oh.
And it's like an audition. It's like a scholarship competition, but they call it auditions because we're not a school, so we can't call it scholarship.
Okay.
But so gives kids of all various levels different opportunities.
And what would so the auditions, so the older kids, what would they be auditioning to be able to go and do service to the community, or what were they auditioning for?
We had fundraisers, and so we offered money.
Okay.
For, each level had a different amount.
Okay.
And by the way, it wasn't for older students, it was for advanced students.
Advanced students, okay. So any age.
Any age.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because there are, some very young kids who can perform some amazing things.
Yes, that's so true. Especially when they start at 6 years old or 4 years old, right?
Yeah.
And keep practicing.
Mm-hmm.
That's wonderful.
So,
is there anything else you'd like to share?
I think you've covered it.
Yeah? Mm-hmm. Okay. All right.
Anything else you want to ask me? There is.
When can I come take lessons?
We can have one right now.
Okay.
We've got 2 pianos.
We've got
one in the other room.
We got more than we need, right? No excuse.
Take your pick.
Well, I really appreciate your time today.
Yeah, well, thank you for having me. This was fun.
Absolutely. It was a lot of fun. Thank you. I learned more than I knew before about you.
Good.
So I really enjoy that. So I appreciate you all tuning in to Town Visit Tuesdays. We're here in Baldwin Park in the Orlando area, visiting Gayle Stein and learning about her company, or her business and company, which is Gayle's Piano School. I got it right finally.
Good.
So thank you. We'll see you next Tuesday. Have a great week. Bye-bye.